think for a second. That's not very encouraging as the day goes on. I am here live from the EGW LAN from the Giga-Bite Cafe, and I am joined by the man who makes feeling wrong feel oh so right. It is Mr. Rob N. Right, N. Wrong. How are you doing this morning, Rob?
I'm good, Nuala. I'm very good. I'm delighted to be here, and I'm looking forward to some exciting games today. There are a lot of people that have turned out today. It's been very surprising, very encouraging, I have to say. What are your thoughts? It's a very nice setup we have.
Yeah, it's a great turnout. It's a lovely sunny day as well, and we even have a balcony to go out onto, so it's going to be a lovely little time to relax during the games.
And a lake that I can throw you into afterwards.
It's New Lake. It's
New
right
Lake,
there in
exactly,
the name.
Perfect. So,
absolutely. So tell me a little bit about the format we're running today. I think it's a fairly standard group setup we have going on, isn't it?
Yes, so the way the setup is running today is we have two round robin groups, so Group A and Group B, and the top two from those groups progress to the top six. We've already got two teams sitting in there. The number one seed, which is We Don't Bim Bam, featuring probably what's looking like a potential RL RS player, an almost pro player in Virtuoso.
Jeez.
Adzer and Ryan are on the Drama RL Alert team as well, a very big team. But the big fight that they're going to have on their hands is against EZW, the four-time back-to-back champions. I know, right? What a great name.
Excellent. It's a good thing we didn't change the name of the LAN, isn't it? Because that would have been a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah, EZW, Mug Future, and they picked up Blah for this event, so it's going to be an interesting pickup. Can they challenge the top team? We'll wait and see. Those guys are not due to arrive in New Lake until about 12. They've got a later check-in time because they're not due to play until 3.
These are the perks of being very good at Rocket League, is you get to sleep a little bit longer. I mean, I sure wish I'd gotten that this morning. I'm running on coffee, so if at any point you just hear Rob casting, it's because I've passed out because my coffee has run out. So we're looking forward to a good day of games here today. Anyway, the first game we have today, I'm going to defer to you on most of the team names because I feel like you know what's going on much better than I do.
Yeah, the first game today is between, I believe we have Audacity, and I think they're playing. I should probably bring this up on stream. I could probably just open the door and check, to be honest with you. Is that a safe bet or is that a bad bet today?
I mean, I think it'll come through on the mic, but that'll just give the viewers at home a sense of how many people we actually have here. So, I mean, that doesn't seem terrible to me.
That would be a good point, actually.
It'll make the people watching at home.
Yeah, Audacity versus Haskell United. So, basically, let me give you a kind of a backstory on these two teams. So, Audacity, Gitsy King, Naylor, they're two best friends for years, playing Rocket League, and they brought in Barzy, who's played at LANs before. And the other team, we've got three really good friends in Haskell, Jamingo, and SBF, and they all go to the same school, all in the same year as each other. So, yeah, it's going to be a battle of friendship, I think.
That's it. Will the power of friendship win, or will the power of friendship win? We're going to find out in this series once we get started in here. We are live. We have Dave coming in to give us updates on what's going on. As we wait for these players to come into the lobby, I'm going to ask you, I mean, obviously you know a lot about what's going on in the Irish team. You've been part of it since
the inception.
Since God was a boy. And so what do you think are going to be the most important things as we go into this LAN today? I mean, what are the things, the fundamentals that we're looking for to come out of players in this group stage?
Are we talking about this specific game, or are we talking
I'd like to go more general first, and then we can focus on this game once we get a few more players into the
lobby. We have a lot of new people here. I know you've been out to a couple of different LANs. Did you see how many new faces are here? There's a lot of new faces.
I did not recognize almost anyone.
Yeah, it's a lot of new people here in this game. So, or in this at this LAN in general. So nerves, I think, will be an issue.
Okay.
I think nerves will be a big issue.
I mean, there is a very big difference coming from your bedroom at home and, you know, playing, even if you're on Discord and chatting to people, coming to a room where all of a sudden there's 30 people around you and being expected to still perform to the same level. So, yeah, absolutely something that could affect people today.
I think as well, chemistry will be a big thing. I think the teams with good chemistry will do well here today. I know that's like a generic kind of thing that we talk about.
Yeah, it feels like the stock answer, but it's a stock answer because it's true.
It works. Yeah. I think the top two are already decided. That's why they're in the last 6. But someone could probably pull up an upset today with the top two. Personally, though, my money will be on We Don't Bim Bam because they have Virtuoso, who's a phenomenal player, who's going to stake his name, I think, in the annals of Rocket League Ireland history here today. But we'll see. Never know. It's LAN. We've seen some strange things happening before, you know, like me coming in as a sub at the last LAN.
I mean, as you say, nerves can be such a big deal that it does. Someone starts going on a tilt and it can really take them off. And equally, if someone starts going on a tear, there's a lot more support around you, so you can start to hype yourself up a lot more. As I think we're starting to see a few more of the players we're loading into game there. So if we start to talk a little bit more specifically about this game, obviously a lot of these players are friends. You know, you've got a lot of friends, so the synergy shouldn't really be an issue coming into this game. What kind of level are we expecting out of these players, and what are we kind of expecting to see?
Yeah, good question. So we have, I would say, 4 grand champions in this game. Now I know the scope of Grand Champion that we talked about before we came on
we were
stream.
having a little discussion about it.
The scope of Grand Champion is like difference between champion and I would probably say gold. You said platinum, but I would say gold.
Yeah.
However, these guys are all lower in Grand Champions and none of them would even be in the mid tier. And we've got 2 very high champ level players as well. So this is going to be a good game. And honestly, I don't think either of these 2 teams are going to make it out of Group B, because I think Group B has got 2 better teams in it. But these 2 teams, with the right conditions, could potentially do something here. Yeah. Whoever wins this game will definitely be third in this group, I think.
Okay. It's a little bit scary when you're talking about a team that is featuring, 2 grand champs each and a champ. And you're talking about them, well, there's better teams in the group, they're probably not going to make it out. Hopefully we can get into this game here soon.
Naylor is not playing on his own account. I believe he forgot his login credentials, as a typical person would. But I believe he's playing on one of Forehead's many Smurfs. I'm just going to check the Twitch chat there now, guys, just to see what you're all saying. But
we're not entirely sure how our mic setup is here, so we're hoping for the best. But there is a very loud fan in the background here.
A very loud fan.
It's keeping us cool because we obviously are just so hot in this casting booth here today. So looking forward to some good games today. Decent pace of play across all the groups. That's, as you say, like the general level in this tournament is very high, as it is in all Rocket League Ireland tournaments. But it sounds like, especially today, we've got how many diamonds even would you say we have today?
We've got a few, but like not that many. We've a plat. I think we've a gold level player in there somewhere as well.
Yeah.
But it's generally quite a high level. Like I wouldn't say necessarily that this is the highest level tournament we've had. I think RLI LAN in Cork was the highest level tournament we had. We had so many grand champions at that one. So many. There was like 6-7 teams full of them, which was like
absolutely
a lot.
Ridiculous.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Apparently we sound clear. Thank you, Cans. Cans, I hope you're enjoying yourself at home. You lovely man. We say hi from here. To you.
I can. Have a good one.
So in my opinion, anyway,
yeah.
I don't know who's going to win this. I will tell you after game 1. I'll tell you after the first minute. Once you do your little spiel as we're going through the game.
Yeah, I'll give you time to analyse for a little bit.
I do, because it's too early to say, because there's too many variables at the moment, and we don't even have all the players in the game, to be honest. Oh, well, we do. The Shedman is in the game, so so the Shedman is Naylor for everyone watching the stream. So hopefully we can get this game going now any second now.
That's only going to be a little bit confusing for us here on the cast, so we promise not to get it wrong.
Oh, here we go. I'll let you
get into this here. It's which team on which side?
Haskell United are blue, and Audacity are orange.
And Audacity on the orange. We get into this, our first game that we are streaming here from the EGW tournament. As the game starts off, we see an early ball heading up towards the blue side of the half. That is Audacity on the orange and Haskell United on the blue. So I'm going to fix those names in my head and keep them going. As Domingo goes for a bit of the ball. It's a little bit dangerous in the middle of the field. And both teams kind of still feeling each other. This is the part of the game where you expect both teams to take a little bit easy, maybe. Nobody really wanting to try and overcommit or anything now. But it's off the back wall from Domingo. Now this is a little bit dangerous for the side of the orange team. They're pushing hard. Kitchen going up for the ball. That's a good block this time from Domingo. Now the ball's a bit loose in the middle of the field. See who's first to get to this. Pasco now pushing forward. That's big misses. We're seeing a few big misses from both teams, it feels like, in defence. Just no punishes coming through yet.
Yeah, a lot of nerves though at the moment. What a great chance here. Oh, Naylor almost got the double tap there, and I think we're already starting to see a little bit too much strength from Audacity. Gitsy is starting to stake his claim. He's the only premier player from the RLI 6-mans as well in this game, so he's definitely the best player on this pitch, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. So it has been, as you say, Audacity with a lot of this pressure so far, but this time we do see Haskell getting a little bit of pressure further forward, but Gitsy up on the wall looking for this one. It is caught out well by Haskell 0-2. Must be very difficult not to have your own identity, to just be the second player on your team.
I'll give you the story behind it, but it's his brother. His brother was Haskell 1, so he became Haskell 2 because he was the younger one. So Haskell decided to just stick with Haskell 2 even though his brother doesn't play Rocket League. This is in.
Oh! Off the crossbars, Gitsy goes for it, but it is Domingo who gets up there first. So Domingo speeding up a little bit. We saw him miss a few of those early
Gitsy!
balls. Oh! And that's just cheeky. That was not the shot I expected to go in after these crossbar down that we've had for the first while. But those were really nice pass back into the middle by Barzy. And just the defense a little bit slow turning it around after that first miss.
I have to say, that pass from Barzy was absolutely top class. He's staking his claim here. He hasn't played at a LAN now in a while, but that was a phenomenal pass. Great finish from Gitsy. I think already that Audacity are looking very, very good here.
Yeah, so we'll see. That's you promised us a prediction. It's looking like Audacity is your prediction?
Yeah, definitely so far from what I can see.
Yeah, absolutely.
SPF is looking a bit out of shape, I think, in this game so far, and Haskell's making a lot of mistakes. Domingo's playing quite well.
Yeah, so we'll see if that is the trend as this game continues on. It feels a little bit loose in defence for the side of Pasco United. As we see now, Shedman, that's a big miss in midfield, but it does open it up for Barzy. Call it a fake if you want to, as that's on target, but Jamingo does get the clear off the crossbar. As now the ball back in, we'll see if Jamingo can get to this, but Pasco just not being able to quite mount these counter-attacks. They're doing their best, but the ball has been all Audacity all the time. It's really not getting out of this blue half at all. As now Gitsy King is back up on the wall again. That's a good centre. We'll see who's there. It is cleared out by Haskell too. Is now Barzy once more back into the middle. It's just into that corner, out of that corner, into that corner. It's into the corner again. As now Jamingo. That's a little bit awkward. They don't look comfortable when they're going up for those balls on the back wall. And we'll see now. This finally the ball getting clear of Haskell's half. But Shedman, that is Naylor there. Just push it back into the middle of the pitch, and it's very loose, very slow in the middle. Counter-attack just isn't quite there from SPF, as you say, not really looking comfortable even when he has ball all to himself in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's telling you the confidence that these guys have. Like when Barzy is sitting on the opposition backboard trying to score a redirect. I think there's a very clear difference in pacing here, and I think that Audacity are looking phenomenal at the moment. That's Jamingo's first real miss of the game, and like they need him to step up. He's kind of the flair player on this team, I would say. Yeah, they need more pace, I think.
Yeah, and as you say, flair player is kind of a big one, because if you have one player there, you're used to being the guy who will lead the team in confidence and go for it. As we see, this is loose. That's a bit of a miss, but it's going to be for Barzy. And Barzy, that's an easy tap in.
That's a great play. A big mistake though again from SBF. He's been found out numerous times in this game. He's going to be kicking himself here. He panic jumped there, I think it was. I mean, to be fair, I would have said that Naylor should have scored that, but Naylor, in usual Naylor fashion, get carried, you know.
Sure, look, as long as he can find the team forward, and so that will stretch the lead out to 2-0. I was going to say, you know, we've been saying it's all Audacity all the time, but the lead's only 2-0. Make that 3-0. That's a great shot from the middle of the pitch. Barzy, is that his third or just his second?
I'm not sure how many goals that is. Let's just check. That is his second. Good call. So I think he's playing really well at the moment. He's fitting in well with Gitsy, and Naylor's just kind of slotting into the team. So they're looking good, and I think there's already a very clear difference in pace. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. And as we say, it's only a second, but we can't forget he did set up that first goal as well. So it's really been the story of Barzy so far this game, and we'll see if Haskell can find an answer for him as this series goes on.
Double commit there at all.
We can go a little bit of a miss though. Ball loose in the midfield now. It's a little bit confusing here. You can hear Rob getting a little bit confused over beside me. Gitsy now up. That's there for Barzy again. He gets the tap down. Jamingo gets it. It wasn't a great shot from Barzy. No, but you know, Jamingo, as we say, he's not been comfortable under some of those balls. Naylor, we'll go back to the getting
That's
carried.
the second time Jamingo's put that ball backwards towards his own net. I'm not sure how that's happened, but Jamingo has managed to do the impossible and put the ball backwards twice in his last two touches. Look at this, amazing. Yeet.
No, it's a bit rough. Just fantastic finish from Naylor. I don't know how he stole that one. He didn't change the course of that at all. It just stopped the wheels a little bit.
No one knows really, but I mean, for me here, what I'd be looking for in these teams is kind of boost control is kind of a big thing, and already there's a lot of boost control, and like positioning as well is very key. And clearly SPF coming off the back post again.
Yeah,
this is the difference, right? You have two GCs.
Yeah.
You have two GCs, right? So when I'm saying two GCs here, guys, I'm actually pointing at the screen for new elect to show who they are. But
Haskell and SPF as the GCs. And
no. Haskell and Jamingo, and we have Gitsy and, well, technically Naylor got boosted to GC, so he doesn't count. So technically the other team should win, but SPF is only like champ 1, I think, maybe champ 2. But Barzy has been like at GC for like 6 or 7 seasons. Okay. So he's been consistently there. But anyway, interesting.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just more and more pressure coming out of Audacity. You can see they're really starting to find themselves and feel themselves in this game. Jamingo with a little bit of a miss again there, just not quite fast enough. As I say, it seems to be kind of the boost management. It's just the speed coming out. He's just trying to style a little bit now, I think. And if we're looking at the next game at this point already, because I mean 5-0 with 30 seconds to go to be the most miraculous comeback I've ever seen. What do you think Haskell need to try and do to get back into
Firstly, they need to communicate, and secondly, SBF has to start hitting the ball. As mean as that sounds, because Audacity are making mistakes. I mean, literally, look at what's happening right now. Like, they're literally missing the ball every 2 seconds, but there's no one there. Like, someone's always way too far back. Like, Haskell's in his own half. Like, like, what's he doing here? Like, what's the point of that touch?
Haskell nearly getting his first goal of the game. Unfortunately, was on his own net, and it does mean that King will get the easy tap in after it's set up for him by.
Maybe he's here to enjoy himself. But considering that I thought that this team would give them, I know, right? But I thought that Haskell United would give Audacity a good game, and this is an absolute slap in the face, I think.
Yeah, I think, to be fair now, the first few minutes were quite close, we have to say. But was that a case of Audacity finding their feet, or is it kind of that, you know, Haskell managed to hold it together for a little while and they're now falling apart. We'll see if they can recover themselves for game 2. As it looks like it is going to be game 1 on the books for Audacity.
Oh, he almost got the reset.
Nearly got the reset, nearly got the consolation goal, but GG to Audacity taking game 1, and it wasn't promising from Haskell.
No, look at the scoreboard. It literally told you what I just said. There's a clear difference in the scoreboard here between people. Now, to be fair, 3 of those goals were directly Jamingo's fault. 2 of them, he literally passed the ball backwards somehow. I'm not sure how he did it on one of them. But yeah, for me, I'm a bit concerned over Haskell United so far. Luckily for them, I don't think they will finish last in the group because there's one weak team in the group. But that's just me being, genuine about it, But in my opinion, like, if I was to ask you, what did you think about that game? What would you say? Would you say, like, for me, it was so obvious a difference in pace in the air.
Yeah, as I say, I think I called it out at one point, was the ball really wasn't leaving the Audacity half, or it wasn't leaving the Haskell half, it was, they'd get it out into the corner and immediately there was another Audacity member there, put the ball back into the corner. So, as I say, just pace really letting Haskell down, but they're first up on the attack here this time, goes kind of for the double touch, and Jamingo nearly managed to get that.
That was a fantastic touch. I think it was by Gitsy kicking the net there. He really saved his team there. If they went 1-0 down, question marks already would be asked. And again, like, it's just those little touches there, and like a good block again by Barzy. Good pressure here already.
No, we're seeing a reverse of what happened in game 1. It's Haskell finally getting some pressure on, but to get that pressure, they have been overcommitting, so there is kind of a chance here now. Barzi's the only man back there, but that's another big miss from SPF in the middle of the pitch. SPF looking for the bumps at the back now, not quite able to find them. That's there for Jamingo, but the miscommunication means that goal is open. What can Naylor do with this now? Take out his own teammate and not get the goal is the answer. Is Jamingo once again throwing it towards
Jamingo, what is this guy doing? Like, this is like the second, like, he's just hitting the ball for fun, man.
Yeah, this game has kind of devolved very quickly into a bit of a free-for-all. Honestly, I don't think the players know who's on what team anymore. But the ball will head back towards the Audacity half. Barzy passing it back to Naylor. See what Naylor can do with this one. I don't know how much boost he has. He's kind of sitting there under that ball. And that's there for Naylor once again. I don't know how he came away with the ball in that situation.
Physics.
Yeah. But SPF, you've been missing. What can you do now? Pass into the middle. Gets the king there. Haskell up. Jamingo for the shot. Barzy up too quickly for him. And that's open now in the middle of the pitch. This is a bit of an awkward position for Haskell. As Naylor over into the corner. This is where Audacity played most of the first game, was this left corner. What can they do with this here? It's just, again, back out of that corner, back into the corner, over and over and over.
To be fair, no double commits though in the last half a minute to a minute from Haskell United, which is a good thing, because if they double commit, they get scored on. That's as simple as what
SPF,
happens.
no!
Look, another double commit. Haskell bails him out though. It's a big mistake. Like, Jamingo's missing the ball. This guy's a GC. They need to step up. They're doing well at the moment, but as soon as one goal goes in, I fear.
It's the floodgates open. I mean, that is kind of what happened in game 1, was it was close for a lot of the game. For the first couple of minutes, it was only really 1-0. And then at that point, I mean, obviously we ended 6-0, so floodgates is probably a good word for it. Jamingo going forward with this, but it just, as you say, the pace isn't there. They're getting the ball up pitch, but there's never follow-up. There's never another man in the middle. This is a good hit, but SPF unable to do anything with it. But Jamingo is there, so this time around, Haskell mounting their attack in the left corner. See what we can do. This is a little bit awkward. Barzy is closest to it. He's going to go for it, but he's low on boost. He taps that back into the middle, but SPF, these touches don't feel very good. It just feels like he's knocking it straight forward into a member of Audacity every time.
Well, that was an interesting play there by Jamingo. Bumped the Audacity player of Naylor out of the ball, but look, the speed from Barzy is absolutely world class. And that right there is speed, the difference between, I think, Barzy and everyone else on the field here. He's been the outstanding player in game 1, and like, you see, like, he intercepted, he got up later, but he had just a different
level. That was
level.
2 members of Audacity just outpacing people on Haskell. Not just once, it was literally twice in a row they got up above them from kind of a standing position. So really well played from Audacity. That's that speed we've been talking about all series long. We'll see now. We were worried about the floodgates opening if one goal went in. So
great chance though. Oh, he could have scored a clip and he's beamed it. Sorry. I love clips, you know. Like, the casting, the professionalism has to go when the clip goes.
When the clip is on the line, that's what you need, and that was the chance for Haskell to absolutely make his mark in this game. Didn't quite manage to do it. As we see now, it has been a better game so far from Haskell, but now Jamingo is once again carrying it back towards his own half, and that's going to be off the ceiling and down. He does manage to get the touch.
Get that touch.
He's getting it again. Gitsy's
been done. Oh, Gitsy has been done. That's a phenomenal play by Jamingo. Absolutely world class. And like, beautiful. It's just a great touch. And look, he just carries it through, has the boost. I was about to say before that, like, they've been struggling so much with boosts at Haskell United. Jamingo picks up 100 boosts and he's actually able to do something with it. They need to control the boost better. They need to start boost starving, demoing. That's what they need to start doing here to control.
And it looked like Gitsy Audacity got a little bit confused. He was left alone, so that was maybe a little bit of an overcommit from the other side of Audacity, that there was too many people forward, and Gitsy in the 1v2 situation wasn't really able to do anything. Couldn't cover both men. So now this game back at 1-1, but that's a big miss again. We'll see, can Domingo finish it? Oh, covering well there was Gitsy King. Manages to get it out of the way. Now the attack is again Audacity. We'll see, did that goal make them angry, or are the nerves going to start to creep in? They haven't let it. That's the first goal they've conceded all series,
That's true. That is the first goal they've conceded all series. Technically, the score is Brazil now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you win by 6 goals in one game and then lose 2-1 in the second game, it still counts as 1 game to 1 game. So
yeah.
Audacity, that first game win by so much could mean nothing. Naylor gets bumped out of the way. We'll see if there's any blue players there to finish. Hasko just can't get it through, but he's up again on the wall. See what he can do. This goes for the ceiling shot and manages to get it over. It's going to go in. Hasko, I don't know if that should have gone in, but he got it over the wall.
Some very questionable defending, but you know what? He scored a ceiling shot. I'm telling you right now, Lovely Cans will be absolutely on top of it in the chat.
The rare accidental reverse ceiling shot, I feel like there. Kind of just boops it with the butt over a few people. And now the lead is for 2-1.
Well, I told you, he's spamming the chat. He's literally been waiting for a ceiling shot for a whole LAN, I think. So, yeah. That defense was very questionable. But look, you're right. Just as you said, you can lose 2-1 and you won the first game 6-0, but it's still 1-1 in the series. They need to up the pace.
Good pass into the middle. Yeah, it's double commits though, as we say. We were a little bit worried that they let in the 1 goal. Maybe the floodgates are going to start going the other way now. For the side of Hasko. Maybe they're finally starting to come online. SPF finally starting to hit the ball. Barzy, what can he do to get this clear now? A little bit awkward. Managed to get another touch, but that one's gone backwards. And Domingo, he's the beneficiary of the ball going backwards this time around, as Naylor does manage to get up on the backboard and clear. It wasn't great offense from Hasko. Couldn't quite feel the pressure there, but that's... Passing is starting to go a little bit awry in the middle of the pitch for Audacity.
It's a great chance. So good. Oh my god. Well, I mean, look, all I'm going to say right now is game management is critical here for Hasko United. They've got 10 seconds. They can't afford to double commit or send someone needlessly for the ball in the backboard.
That's loose in the middle. Barzy with the shot. Can he do it? No, that's a bad touch from Barzy. Goes over to the corner. It looks like the ball is going to bounce clear. All Hasko needs to do is get it down, and they do. It is going to be 1-1 in this series.
After game 1, if you
was not expecting that.
No, definitely not. And that ceiling shot from Hasko is a phenomenal way to win the game.
We've unlocked some wheels.
That's pretty cool, Nice. You can. I'll trade you those later. Okay.
Class.
Yeah, cool.
It's not our account.
No, it's not our account, but we're going to use it.
Strip this dry. Yeah. So absolutely. Let's go back to the game now. Focus back on the game. That was unexpected, as you say, after this game 1. It was all Audacity all the time in game 1, and in this game 2, I wouldn't say comfortable for Hasko, but definitely better.
There's one key statistic I would like to point out here.
SPF
SPF hit the ball, yes, that's important. But Barzy has 0 shots. Barzy didn't get forward that entire game. Probably having trust issues. Gitsy missed the ball a lot in that game. I know the scoreboard says Gitsy 349 points, but Gitsy had a lot of bad plays in that game. Naylor's always the guy in the bottom of the scoreboard anyway. He never does anything special. He's just there,
He's the reliable third man.
But Barzy's the key player here, and they need him on the offense. If they get Barzy in the offense, they'll win this game. Simple as that.
As you say, sometimes those points can lie a little bit. The reason someone has so many points is because they went for every single ball and didn't hit them all.
Yeah, exactly. And another key statistic in that game was Hasko had 6 shots on net, and Hasko has put another one on net. SPF. It's SPF, but he's coming up big.
Oh, he's coming up big. I mean, listen, that's it. Sometimes you just need to get the shot on target, and your opponent will backflip.
I believe that was Barzy who passed the ball centre, and Naylor positioning in net has always been Naylor's problem, and his teammate has want to save him because he was so bad.
So we talked a little bit about trust issues there. I mean, that want to save is maybe symptomatic.
Naylor, I don't think will be going out in the session tonight, to be honest with you, after that. He'll be mortified. Domingo now. The flair of Domingo is really starting to make a difference in this game. He's starting to come into his element. He's starting to match Barzy, I think, and Gitsy in speed. Big miss from SPF, though. SPF has to stop missing it. Once he hits the ball, his team is competitive.
Ooh, we were just talking about how sometimes all you need to do is get those shots on target, and once again, it's just get that shot on target, and sometimes the defense isn't there.
SPF hits the ball. Hasko United score, SPF misses the ball. Audacity score. It's as simple as that. I hate to be picking on the guy. I love SPF, he's a great guy, but you gotta hit the ball, man, you just gotta hit the ball.
Absolutely. So shaping up here for an explosive game 3. I believe this will be its best of 3, so this will be our final game in this series.
I think so. Yeah, I think explosive is the right word. Gitsy does love a good demo.
Gitsy does love a good demo, so we'll see if it does get literally explosive. But 1-1 now, closer so far than a lot of our games have been in this series. Is now once again ball back on the offense for Audacity. They haven't been doing quite as good a job of just keeping the ball in their opponent's half. That one's a bit loose. Big miss. But Naylor is there to clear it back up. But that's not a great second touch he's taken, and now he's off the ceiling. Does manage to get 3 or 4 more touches. and manages to get it over into that corner. He's in front of the ball now, and there was a bit of miscommunication there. Let the side of Pascal clear it. Sparzi is up. Doesn't manage to get it. Gets it over in the corner. See what he can do with this. Will he be able to get in the middle? Will his team be there? It's FPS, another big miss on the wall, but his team is there. Pascal managing to get
Oh, they're in a rule 2. They can't move.
We'll see.
It's really important you can't move. It's like Rocket League camaraderie. If you move in a rule 2, you will be forever be like shouted at. Yeah, exactly.
I believe that's actually in the official Rocket League Ireland rule set, is if you move, you're kicked.
Yep, essentially, yeah.
So we'll see if they're still in it. They're still over there. So Gitsy King with the ball in the air.
Double commit is like the worst thing possible.
That's their entire team double committing at this point. As Barzi now gets the ball into the middle. Gitsy King is there. That's a nice little touchdown, but it's not fast enough. And
Domingo's got to get that boost, and he did get the boost critically.
Yeah, got the boost, but went under the ball, which meant that he was a little bit awkward. And with his teammate moving forward as well, now this is kind of bouncing awkwardly. Domingo off the wall, tries to control. Very good catch. Barzi was there as we see.
The two boys are still in there.
Having a great time. It just really takes all the pressure off when you're in the rule 2, because it's no longer your fault.
Yeah, it's not longer your fault, you know. Unless the ball goes into you and you land on them. That's what they're going to try and do now. They're going to try and like bump someone out of the rule 2, watch.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They've decided not to.
Look, we're just sitting here watching it.
Having a great time.
Dear Lord above. Of course, this will be the first game on stream.
Yeah, and so let's talk about which players are caught in Rule 2, because it's Naylor and I believe Pascal.
Oh, big chance for Domingo. Yes. SBF, it's important he hits the ball here, and he does.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, with it being Naylor and Pascal caught in that Rule 2, which team do we think has the advantage? You know?
Which team do you think has the advantage?
I mean, I'd have to say that it's probably Audacity.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, really.
Unless SBF can come off with another amazing play. Gitsy's made a terrible touch here. Good recovery though, but this is a big risk now for Domingo. He's going to have to think about how he goes for this.
Ooh,
that's a fired shot. Unless Barzi's going to beat him here to this. Ooh, close.
Yeah, and now Gitsy in the middle. He's kind of left this a little bit awkwardly. Domingo was there, but didn't think that the miss was going to be there. So Gitsy now with a good clear ball. That's on target.
That's in. That's a huge error by Domingo.
Oh, and that's the problem. You're in this threes mindset, and then all of a sudden you have people stuck in a Rule 2, and the double commit isn't just, you know, we have one man back. It's we have no one back.
His surname is Brain, but he was lacking one there.
They'll have to change it after that one. But that means the Rule 2 finally broken. Finally, we have a difference in this game. Audacity going up 1. And once again, game 1, the floodgates opened after they picked up a lead, and we'll see if that's the case here again now. Naylor trying to make his mark back on this game. That's a good effort by Gitsy King, but off the post, no follow-up. As Domingo now nearly gets it past Barzi, doesn't quite manage to do it. Gitsy King is going to bring this up on the wall, low on boost, so won't really be able to do much. But Barzi is up for this. Barzi with a good effort. Who's there? Where's Naylor? He's not there, unfortunately.
He's going to have to retreat though, because it's a 2-on-1 here, and it's important that Naylor gets a touch here. He doesn't. So let's see now what SBF can do, and that's
bad touchdown. This is an open goal. Gitsy with the shot. Haskell is not going to be quite fast enough, and that's just on target.
And again, one player makes a difference. Look. But like communication there, like Haskell should have called him off and just said, look, just don't vent, just leave it, you know. And look, he got great passed as well. Yikes! Like that's kind of toxic, like Gitsy, bro. What's that about?
A little bit toxic. Let's calm down, Gitsy. Just nice and sportsmanlike in this last game. As now 3-1 up are the side of Audacity. That's going back towards the opponent's half again for them, and it's with a minute left. It starts to feel like it's do or die time for the side of Pascal. As Barzi now puts that up, that's a very good touch. There's no one there. That's just Naylor. Maybe he was trying for the fake.
I don't think so, man.
No, I don't think so either. That probably should have been a goal there. Luckily, it means for the side of Pascal that they are still in this game. Only 2 goals difference with a minute remaining. They really need to put one in soon, though. Naylor just playing it slow in the middle of the pitch, giving his team time to get into position. Gets it down a little bit. That's a good pass. Gitsy doesn't quite make the contact as it's up on the wall to him, back down the middle. Now Naylor looking for this left corner again. They've been playing through all series long, and there's 3 people there.
So
a little bit cluttered in the corner as Domingo now has a chance to take this out, but he just gets the ball taken off him by Gitsy. Now Pascal on the back line is cleared, and they're just Audacity are keeping the ball up here. There's nothing that side Pascal been able to do.
No need to pressure this. Naylor, good game management here. He just let the ball roll on the ground, took about 5 seconds off the clock, rolled it across the field up the wall. That's what you need to win a series. And after their questionable game 2, I think my prediction's going to be right here. What do you think?
And that's another goal, so I'm going to agree with you. That made it a lot easier to agree with you. But absolutely.
Gitsy's been standout this game, I have to say. He's been really phenomenal. Like Barzi has kind of gone cold. I know he had an assist just there and right now that I can see, but Gitsy's really been the guy scoring these chances, you know, and that's what you need. You need someone to really step up to the plate because, I mean, I think Gitsy was kind of at fault in game 2, but he's really picked it up in this game.
Oh, that's a big miss from Barzi.
Domingo's surely going to call him off this. No, we got to go. we have a game in our hands, potentially.
2 goals in 10 seconds. I mean, it'll take some doing, but that was a goal in about 4 seconds, so still technically possible.
I've seen it happen. I've seen 3 goals in 10 seconds before, so in a game that I was in that I conceded. But, yeah. Actually, I've played in a game where I've scored 4 goals in the minute to tie it up.
Yeah. We won't call this one over quite yet, but it is absolutely dire for the side of Haskell. And that kickoff is not what you need. Naylor has done a very good job of playing the game down so far.
That's it.
It's going to be the time. There's no time left at all.
Keep it up.
Gonna keep it up. You know, just let the opponents wallow in the defeat for a little while longer. Haskell does get lovely touch.
Great goal. A nice way to finish off the series, you know?
Absolutely.
Showing some trumps. Good pass from SPF. Finds Haskell perfectly. Naylor doesn't show the required respect. And to be fair, it's 0 seconds, so why would you? But,
absolutely. I think Haskell would roll there because he'd stop playing, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, absolutely great. So GG, this series will go to Audacity. As you say, you think that whichever team took this series is going to come third in their group. So we'll see if that is the prediction that will come true. And what I think was really nice to see was that we had 2 members of Audacity really stepped up at different points of this year. We had a great game from Barzy in game 1. Wasn't really a great game from anyone on Audacity in game 2, but Gitsy King then had a great game in game 3. So nice to see.
Yeah, like Haskell stepped up in game 2 for Haskell United, the team that's named after him and his family, which is a big thing, you know. And Jamingo had a good one. And like, let's be fair, SPF had a good game 2 as well for the most part. He was found out though with the pacing of the game, and that's fine. That happens at LANs.
Yep, absolutely.
And he's going to have other games today that are going to probably be tough for him. He's going to have one easy game, is what I would assume. But yeah, Gitsy stepped up in game 3, and game 3 is the game. It's the game where you need to step up, where you need to make a play. It's important that you don't get demoed, that you are able to manage the game, and Gitsy did a very good job of that. 3 excellent goals today. I have concerns over their defense. They missed the ball too much, however, and I think that'll be found out against better teams.
Absolutely. I mean, there was a few times from both teams in that series, I think I'd say, that they were kind of, you'd see 3 players sitting in the same place, not really moving, and it made it relatively straightforward to just get the ball over their heads. As we have a few players now joining us in the casting booth for a little bit of excitement.
Cool. All right, let me start with these. So, Naylor.
Yeah.
That was a bit closer than I wanted.
Yeah, I was so nervous. I was very committed to that real one.
Yeah. It worked out in the end.
I was watching and I was giving shouts, you know, because I can see everything. So I was just kind of like, yeah, what should I like? Take his time, or he's backing off, or stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's very observant.
I liked your game. I liked your game management. I pointed it out a few times on the stream where you were like, it was like 30 seconds left in that game, and you were 3-1 up at the time, and you just let the ball roll along the ground. You rolled it up the wall and took like 7 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
That's what you're good at. You know, I like that. That was good. Yeah. How did you? What were your thoughts in game 2? It was kind of dodgy, wasn't it?
Game 2, that was just I was in the net, and then.
Well, that shot was amazing. To be fair, it was a perfect shot. Top ends.
Yeah, but them 2 were on the wall, so I shouldn't have jumped. If I stayed on the ground, I would have saved it.
True. That was the ceiling shot.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to hear that. I think
told me to keep going, and then
I didn't say keep going. I don't think.
keep going.
Somebody else probably said that.
Yeah, it's probably me.
Yeah, you took the game in the end anyway. Baz, come in here. Let him in there. Let him in. Okay. I thought your game 1 performance was excellent. You were like the starter player, but you went kind of cold in game 2 and 3. Was the nerves or what happened?
Yeah, say so. A little bit tilting in game 2.
Yeah.
Couldn't hit the ball. Game 3 was a little bit like meh.
You started linking up with Gitsy here again in game
sure.
2, in game 3, which is good. But like in game 1, you were devastating. You were beating him to the ball all the time. But I think Haskell and Jamingo started getting into the game in game 2 and 3.
There was a lot more passes in game 2 by then, but we had dominant control in game 1, and then like Luca and all started watching me, and I was like, no, please. They're all fascinated by keyboard playing now.
Yeah.
So it sucks.
Yeah.
You know.
Cool.
Hopefully the nerves go away.
How are you feeling? Maybe chance of second place in this group? What do you think?
Second place, obviously. Yeah.
Fourth place.
First place.
Gitsy, get in here. It was obviously between you, I think, and Barzy for MVP. Sorry, Naylor. In this series, you know. For me, but I think your game 2 performance stood out. However, your game 2 performance was the most questionable game 2 performance I've seen from you, Gitsy. It was a bit dodgy. There was a few misses, you know, that led to goals and stuff. It was kind of you were trying to like mimic SPF, but your game 3 performance was phenomenal. I thought, like, you really put the team on your back. 3 outstanding goals. Was there anything going through in the comms in game 3, or were you just like, we're not fucking losing to these guys, or what? What was going on?
Just went and tried to play the way I play at home.
Yeah.
Just
Which is
quite out
demo. I saw a demo, and in the first 15 seconds, I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. He's going mad. Yeah, and a few tilting comments as well. The what a saves and the great passes, they were hilarious, I have to say. Especially when you want to save your teammate, that was the best.
I had to throw it in for the crack, you know.
Yeah, he want to saved you.
Yeah, when you missed
When you missed the ball.
You backed it on the spot.
When you backed
No,
it up.
I said I was faking.
What? When you were in the net and the ball went in top corner?
One
Sorry. Sorry.
I saved you for that.
I'm not sure exactly who you're playing next, but do you really think you can get top 2 here? You got 2 decent teams in your group.
Keep the speed and pressure up, then
Yeah, I think your offense is devastating, but the defense is a bit questionable. Do we need to like just calm it a bit better? Or?
I think our defense. Well, like the games 1 and 3, we didn't really concede. Like, so
No, but that's
the game 2 was just.
I think that was because of your offense though was so good that you weren't on defense. But when you're on defense, you look very bad. Well, like sorry, when I say very bad, take that back stream. I thought it was just like it looked like they could score.
A bit shaky, yeah.
Yeah, it
you
was
know
shaky.
me, I'm always shaking defense, but the offense.
Yeah, your offense is good. Yeah, no, you could link up players. Right, guys, thank you very much. We will see you in probably an hour, I think, for the next game as well. Best of luck to you. Thank you for being the first game on stream. Some nice clips. Thanks, guys. Right, Alex, new LA.
Oh, called back up.
Get back in here. I am going to
Absolutely.
find out now what the next game is. Guys, I would say we were going to take a quick break, but we don't really do. We do breaks. We're just going to mute the mic for like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds.
Give you a break from our voices.
Yeah, exactly. We need to find out what game's up next. That was Group 2, I assume. Just results from that group as well. Let me just bring it up on screen here now for myself more than anyone else. NSG 2-0 lost and found in this group. So the next one up now will be Pool 1. There, I believe we have. We should probably get the brackets up on the stream.
Could be an idea.
That would be ideal,
idea.
wouldn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely more for me than anyone else, I think. I
Yeah.
have no clue what's going on. But yeah, absolutely. It's always nice to hear what the players think of the series because it's not always exactly what we see in the games either. You know, it was the feeling there from the side of Audacity was that actually our defense was okay, but as we say, from our point of view, it was more the offense kind of carrying them through it. So
Yeah, I still believe
Stand
that.
by that, yeah.
I still
Absolutely.
stand by that because their offense was so much better
yeah,
that to me it looked. What is going on here? Nice one.
as they say,
Whoa.
the best offense or the best defense is a good offense, and that was
Oh,
definitely
that's
true
because
for
I just
Audacity.
that's because I
not
just linked the admin page. That was very smart of me. 2 seconds, guys. We're just running into some technical difficulties here on stream, but yeah, no, I still stand by it. What were your thoughts? Like personally, for me, like that was like the big
No, I
thing.
would completely agree with you. As I say, for me, what I was seeing from both teams was occasionally when they got into defensive situations, you just have 3 players sitting still on front of the goal,
Yeah.
which is absolutely not what you want to see at any level of Rocket League play, but especially at these kind of levels where the offenses can be so quick that if you have 3 people sitting still in front of the goal, all it takes is one well-placed shot and you get caught out. And we did see that happen a couple of times for both teams. And so hopefully, as you say, there are some better teams in these groups, so that's the kind of thing that does get found out.
Yeah.
If your offense isn't quite finding your way through the defense, you have too many players forward, and all of a sudden you just have the offense rushing back towards you. So we'll see how Audacity get on as this group progresses. But yeah, it's always nice to talk to those players, though.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
see
No,
how they
I
feel.
agree. But I think I'm not sure what our next game is now, so we're gonna basically, you guys, put the stream on pause for like a minute or 2.
Yeah.
And we'll be back there shortly. Don't go anywhere. Just keep the stream up. We're gonna find out who your next games are. So don't go anywhere. And we'll be back shortly.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the ORLI LAN at Giga-Bite Cafe. I am still New Lake. I'm still joined by Enright and we are about to get into one of our games from Group A, having just seen Audacity play against Hasco from Group B.
Yeah, we've got two big teams here. It's the second seed versus the first seed, early enough on in this bracket. We're looking at We Vicious, an actual org, a big org, big lot of followers on Twitter. Like, this is a big team. Like, this is the third highest team. And we're looking at a team with one of the kind of standout players in Rocket Garden, the Season 1 6-man champion of DMOX.
Ooh, yeah, and we can already see the pace of the game is very high compared to the series we just saw, and that's a goal very early on by Timsy.
And I couldn't have said that at a better moment for DMOX, really, as he takes the ball to the wall, passes it in front of net, ahead of his teammates, across the field for Timsy. DMOX playing an absolute fantastic game already. JK has paused the game. DMOX probably has controller issues.
Yeah,
that's a joke back to QCon where
he had lots of controller issues. So callbacks that I don't understand because I
just
wasn't
couldn't
in the room.
resist. I'm so sorry.
Understandable. I mean, look, it's all about flaming. And obviously, we have the Shedman back in this game again. These Smurfs Dave Smurfs finding their way into every game.
Yeah, the Shedman is little dude in this game. Sorry, so just so you know, little dude. He's kind of
excellent. He's a little dude.
He's a little dude.
Excellent. And we're straight back into game here now. I know those controller issue feels. I have a micro USB that doesn't really connect to my controller at home, so I kind of just disconnect very frequently. But the ball now being taken out by JK. It's obviously a very early lead, but kind of hard to say anything about the level of the teams just from goals that early on, because it's more just one team getting out in front by a bit of fluke more than anything else, as we'll see now. But it has still been We Vicious on the attack for most of this game in this first 30 seconds. Not really seeing any pressure coming back the other ways. This is now another good chance for JK. He's put another